Hello there, Jamie2003 here. I'm just gonna detail what I'm gonna be doing for a Lakeview Cabin explain videos. It's a Lakeview Cabin, explain I will be making, for planning. Lakeview Cabin explain. So, every video I'm watching that is involving a Lakeview Cabin, explain stories. Well, honestly, this is a video I watch like it says Lakeview Cabin Story Explain. But this time I'm just gonna explain a few parts that I have theory about in Lakeview Cabin 2. So bear with me or not. So I would maybe advise that I could just tell you a more plot of how this looks like. That every video every gameplay I will show you, there's like a bit different plot. So that way I had to explain whenever I showed you. But so bear with me, there will be possibility of the spoilers that you will come across in. So bear with me. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you what I found out. Well, when you go in this room right here, there's a pictures that these are the actors play as a Red has married this Eleanor E's actress. This is her. Well, for starters, you can clearly see when you look at the pictures, you notice there's like a very ripped page that was right here. You can see those a ripped page right there. There's a few lore that I could really connect the dots, but somehow in episode 1 you can see the pictures on it's been ripped off. I really believe that what kind of person Walt was in, he sounds really he has a secret that the father did not know about. Somehow I really couldn't believe if this was actually well, once you understand that when the cutscene plays, when the ending of the Lakeview episode 1, that the Red was reincarnated Red was this woman's lover. This girl is pregnant at the time. Well, I really had no contact what it is. I felt like it was actually Walt. So what I found out, it was just that part that something is descending in the total madness. Well, honestly, I can only see if I could connect the dots, that I could find out what this whole thing really means. Well, for starters, this is clear that's what Walt's guy really was, that he sounds like he has a secret of what transpired. Okay, here you go. So, this is Jimmy2003 here. Well, of course, no, I'm back. So, let me just resume this. So, I got the Walt's key and open up. Look. Goodbye. He escapes. Look, we got a statue of the Eleanor's actress. So let me see. Look, you can see it. This is a ripped pictures from the first episode, but it turns out it feels like she has an affair with him. It turns out Walt maybe has an affair after the epilogue of Lakeview Cabin 1. Lakeview Cabin collection, that he may have murdered his wife afterwards. I'm pretty sure the spirits of her maybe was inside Walt's, and now he may have having an affair with the Eleanor E's actress. That explains why the stones and even the picture of her. It turns out she's having an affair and she is giving birth to reincarnated Red. It feels feels like Walt is actually been cursed. So somehow this is a loophole about how this looks like. The Lakeview Cabin is like a descent into madness. That it was like that I've finally connected the dot what this whole thing really means. Well, it's because the red actress, the actress who played as Eleanor, was actually a cuss. I'm pretty sure Walt is cursed completely. So it's explained that why these movies was actually based on Lakeview Cabin's 3 and to 6 was actually a real life scenario. This was actually he read a transcript in order to well, to the bed. I could feel like this bed was supposed to be belong to Walt that he had an affair with. He has been sleeping with her. This is really explained a bit long that, but I feel like it seems like Eleanor's actress has been sleeping with Walt the whole time. So no wonder why the rip page was actually from either way that it could have been a Red's actor who may rip it or Walt himself ripped it. I'm gonna believe that he may have a sexually relationship with her. I really had a theory about this was actually true. Well, I believe that after when Red was being born, he is running a president, but I'm believing that his choice as a president did not satisfy the world. Well, for that, so look, this is what happened when Red was born. He runs a president of the United States, but he is acting very corrupted and he caused the world to have a climate change. But this was really a tough way to know that how Red's evilness run in a state of madness, the whole world ending. So this is Red's reincarnated to the real world scenario. So I believe this would look like when Red was actually reincarnated because of Walt's curse, been cursed by it. So I'm gonna leave this to you guys to believe it or not. It's really true that Red is a president. Well, this is what happened. Well, the world's climate change has already been happened because of Red. So, I think that's all for me to explain what happened, how this unfolds. But this is really a connection how Walt and Eleanor's actress had been. But, well, I hope you subscribe to my channel. I will add an original link that will a note that I say that I didn't do it with permission, but I decide I'm doing it myself to not try to borrow everything I can. The creator, Rob Tamnesi, is like a creator of the game, so I'm just doing this for the video for you to know. So, okay, so guys, where is it? So, I'm just gonna tell you about this, so let me just save this, one damn bit. There we go. So, here we go. What you have right now was, red bloodlines, like, right here. So, it may have, like, she was cursed at a time when, well, it's not like Walt was actually, I'm pretty sure he is cursed when he first met her. Well, I can tell that she is cursed by Red's bloodlines. It's not like it was a character that was from the owner of the factories that is when Waltz jumped into the lake and find every vision of her involvement. Well, somehow Walt had to kill his wife and his children that so it would not affect others. Well, for now, I'll maybe do this. Look, cross out that it that these kids were not supposed to be press on from another entities. Well, somehow he did kill his wife and his children in order to not have the curse pass to others. Somehow Walt did something very unusual during his time in the filming of the Lakeview Cabin. So what he did was he had the family was actually part of him. It turns out that he may have having a sexually affair at his back, that he may have inherited the curse in her. That so it would be possible that he may have impregnate her. So the spirit of his curse is now born from Red, the reincarnated. Somehow, this is because Red became a president that led to the climate change and started the wasteland apocalypse. Walt was possibly killed in episode 3 by Eleanor was possibly his cursed wife, I assume, but I sometimes find something way too bizarre and weird. I'm pretty sure his wife cursed the film that makes the Walt's movie that he made that transpired the whole entire the event. This is a real story. What transpired, all this means. It's clear that Walt really knew what something is up. It didn't even really matter on him, or maybe he does matter. It seems like Walt has to curse others that really to not let others being affected by the movie itself. So, what you have right now was you have a family who is now a happy family, but it turns out she was pregnant because of Walt. Walt inherited her, just that she was inherited by his curse. That led to Red's reincarnated, that when he was born, he becomes a president. That led to the climate change and that started the wasteland apocalypse in episode. It was episode 4, of course. Somehow it makes sense how I can connect the dots, or I didn't connect the dot more properly. So now you have it. This is how this looks like. Walt was killed on episode 3 because of the spirit that the player has summoned. Somehow it seems like the statue in episode 3 and 2 that maybe detail what she is. Looks like Walt is obsessed with her. Well, her exactly from this girl. Somehow it inherit that Walt was how he borns like this. Not like he was born like this. It's more like how he got through all this, how he's been, what he was into the whole time. So, what I believe, I will let you guys decide the theory to yourself. For anyone who played Lakeview Cabin 2 who don't know how the story of the Lakeview Cabin 2 have been connected. It feels like this is a real world scenario that actors are already been cursed by it. So now you have it. All the cast member had been cursed by Red's curse because of Walt.